Welcome, everybody. This is so exciting to have our next wellness revolution once again. And thank you, Randy Joe, for helping me to host this wonderful event. And we're going to get started right away. We have a few different speakers already here on board, and we're going to start off with our theme song. Here's our theme song called The Wellness Revolution.
Revolution. There's a spark, a fire in our hearts, a calling to heal where the journey starts. Mind, body, spirit, together as one. A revolution rising like the morning sun. We've been searching for balance, seeking the light. Now we're stepping forward, ready to ignite. Small change, the world will renew. Together we'll thrive. It begins with you. Join the wellness revolution. Let's rise today. Breaking the barriers, lighting the way. With resilience and love, we'll build something new. The wellness revolution starts with you. Step brings us closer still to a life that's aligned with purpose and will. From stress to strength, from chaos to peace, in this revolution, wellness will increase. We're grounded in science, guided by care, creating a vision that we all can share. It's a holistic journey, a path to begins with you. Join the wellness revolution. Let's rise today. Breaking the barriers, lighting the way. With resilience and love, we'll build something new. The wellness revolution starts with you. Oh, the power of change is in your hands. Together we'll heal, together we'll stand. This is our time, this is our call to rise above and give our all. Join the wellness revolution, let's rise today. Breaking the barriers, lighting the way. With resilience and love, we'll build something new. The wellness revolution starts with you. So take the first step, let your journey begin. With every small choice, a new life within. The wellness revolution is calling your name. Together we'll rise and never be the same.
There we go.
Well, I just want to pick up where Lise left off at and just want to welcome everybody here today. And I see Karen's in the house. Karen Thomas is in the house as well. And we have Karen Rudolph and Odella Elgart. I can pronounce that right, Odella. I'm sorry if I.
It's okay.
So, and we also have another one, Michelle Richardson should be here shortly as well. But we just wanted to get it started here and kind of just say thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to give back. Lisa and I really appreciate this so much. And I was just telling this morning, it's like, wow, the people we've had on the last 6 months is amazing from all over the world, giving their time. And it's just amazing what we've learned too. Just Lisa and I in the last 6 months, I think we've grown so much too from everybody's wealth that they've given us, their knowledge. And it's just amazing. I just appreciate it so much from the bottom of my heart. So with that being said, we would like to start off with Karen Rudolph. And just a little bit about, I'm kind of going through all my stuff here. I was taken bad at doing notes here, but Karen, you are nature's path to clarity, harnessing the healing power of the butterfly. That's interesting. When I heard that, it's like, ooh, I'm so excited for this weekend to you to share with us. So if you want to go ahead, we'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Liz and Runny Joe, for the opportunity. And it's great to see some familiar faces here. So thank you. But let me start with asking you all of this. Have you ever felt like you're running on empty, like you're pouring from a cup that ran dry? Like 5 years ago? Well, I see you. I was you. I'm Karen Rudolph, and I'm the creator of the Tranquil Solutions Clarity Tool. And believe it or not, my journey started when I was 6, underneath a tree, healing my Barbie dolls with nothing but my imagination and a lot of love. Yes, even Barbies need a reset sometimes. Um, what I didn't know then, but I know now for sure, is that healing isn't complicated. It doesn't have to be. Healing doesn't have to come from doing more. It comes from the pause. It comes from stillness. It comes from reconnecting to the rhythm of something bigger, nature itself. But somewhere along the way, we forgot, right? We swapped peace for productivity, we traded presence for performance, and the world, it's moving faster than most of us. We don't even know who we are anymore without the chaos, let alone asking ourselves right now, like, when was the last time we paused? When was the last time you truly paused? And I'm talking about putting down the phone or the to-do list or the racing thoughts of actually stopped long enough to hear yourself think. For most people, they can't even remember. So often I can't remember. And that, my friend, is why we're walking around burnt out, maxed out, and stressed out. But there's something that nature knows better. The butterfly doesn't force its wings to open. A tree doesn't rush itself to bloom. Where this is where the wisdom in the pause comes from. And when we hit, because I know I've hit my own wall years ago, I realized I didn't need to do something different. I stopped chasing, I started listening, and that's when the butterfly technique was created. Let me break it down for you because it's not just a cute phrase, it's nature's blueprint. It's transformational. It's so simple. I promise you, you'll always remember it forever. It's stop, change, and shift. So the stop is where it's the caterpillar moment. It's the pause, it's the stillness, it's the surrender. The caterpillar doesn't rush into being a butterfly. It literally stops everything. It cocoons itself and trusts the process. For us, this is where healing begins. When we pause and we breathe and we give ourselves permission to stop reacting and start listening. Number two, the change. This is where the magic happens, the messy middle. Inside that cocoon isn't just growing wings, it's completely dissolving into something new. It becomes liquid potential. And that's exactly what happens to us when we choose to change the way we look at the situations. A thought, a belief. I know it's uncomfortable sometimes, and it's the unknown, but we this but this is where transformation takes root. So be compassionate with yourself. When we change the meaning of something and we flip the script, we ask ourselves something to the effect of, what else could this mean? This is where transformation starts. And three, the shift. This is the butterfly moment. The wings unfold, the flight begins, and a butterfly doesn't come back as something new. It comes back as something more. It comes back with a new identity. And that's what happens when we shift, when we come home to ourselves, we come home wiser, freer, and ready to fly. And don't forget, the healing comes in the pause. Without the stillness, there is no transformation. Without the cocoon, there are no wings. So let me ask you this. What if you gave yourself permission to pause today? What if instead of pushing harder, you stopped, you breathed, and you listened? Because, friend, When you change your story, you change your life. When you shift the energy, you shift your reality. And when you stop, that's where the magic happens. If this spoke to you, if you're ready to stop and you're running on fumes and start living with clarity, confidence, and peace, I invite you to connect with me. Grab my free clarity compass inside of my website, www.tranquilsolutions.com. Take the first step and let's awaken the butterfly that's inside of you, just waiting to fly, because the healing, it always comes in the pause. Thank you.
Thanks, Karen. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I love that stop, change, and shift. Oh goodness.
It has worked for so many people that I know over the years, and it's the simplest tool other aside from breathing. So, I,
Right? Does anybody have any questions?
I like the comment of the liquid transformation or the
Mm,
liquid potential.
potential.
My goodness, it's like you're talking about something like it's just flowing like water. And sometimes people don't even realize that they have that potential. And I know that for myself, when I've changed even my environment by going into nature, it's like it opened up a whole new world to me. And like
Absolutely.
you said about the Barbie doll effect, like when you're a little kid to now as an adult, and using these simple techniques, it really can help to make a lot of sense for people that are going through difficulties.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And the simpler the better, especially when I was going through grief. That's where I found that I gained my wings was to healing was in the pause.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But thank goodness you saw that, Liz, because so many people don't, because they
Mm-hmm.
get caught up in the victim role. They get caught up with, oh my God, this is happening to me rather than for
Mm-hmm.
me. But if they stop and pause long enough, you might actually see that it's happening for you rather than to
Mm-hmm.
you, because it's the
That's it.
becomingness. It's we're stepping into the next phase of who we are.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I love that butterfly thought.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for your explanation because I think it'll help many, many people. And thank you for being here, Karen. You're so awesome.
Yeah, thank you
I
for
can see the butterfly in you.
mhm.
thank you.
Karen, so many of us weren't even taught to pause.
Mm-hmm.
We're so busy and today's children are raised going from one sport to another, one thing to another. And reminding people that the quiet, the pause is where we learn. And the pause and the reflection is where we grow.
Absolutely.
I appreciate the reminder because this is alien. It's an alien thought to most people nowadays.
Yeah, and this is, and I could talk from my own experiences, Karen, and it's great seeing you again, because I ended up burnt out. I was that soccer mom running from one thing, 3 kids, 6 hours of carpooling. I was so burnt out, and felt like I wasn't enough, and I wasn't doing enough, and why wasn't I cooking dinner, or why wasn't I cleaning the house, or why wasn't I taking care of the horse, or and it was always a not enough, not enough, not enough, to the point where it affected my adrenal glands and my hair was literally coming out in clumps. And I said, no, something's got to change. And that's when, and I would always take power walks in nature. And I started looking at life around me and what can I learn with this? Not only what can I learn with this, but I always, always, always ask myself the question, what can I build with this?
Love that. Yeah.
Fantastic. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Anybody else have any questions? Comments? Okay. Thanks again, Karen. Oh my God.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I learned so much tidbits there. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next one would be Odella. I've known,
Hi.
yeah, we met at TEDx here in Denver. We were volunteers. So we've known each other for about 3 years. Has it been, girl? I think 2 or 3
I
years.
think so, yeah.
Yeah, my husband goes, ooh, my friend's going to be on. I said, yes, because he volunteered with her. They were putting things together for TEDx to help. And he goes, oh, okay, I know her. So he was all excited. He said to tell you hi. So yes.
Hi.
Anyway, but Odella, I'm going to go in after what Karen had just said. Odella is a story writer. And I loved it when you change your story, you change your life. When you said that, Karen, Odella is a storyteller herself. And I'm just excited to hear what she has to share with us as an author herself. Go
I
ahead.
really hi. I really connected with what you said about story and staying still and listening. And that's actually what I want to talk about because yes. I think the importance of taking the time and slowing down and reflecting on our own story is really important. Um, it's really good for our mental health and for our wellness, for our body. Um, it's really an opportunity to just look and have more perspective and let go of judgment. Because when we write our own stories and we start putting details and we just have that opportunity to look in other perspective because like we said, we already running to the next thing and running and running and running, but we are not actually processing. We're not processing our feelings and we are really like, busy. We don't have that time of just pausing and processing. And when we are writing our stories, um, we have no choice. We actually have that opportunity to look at every angle and let go of judgment. So I really, really love that stillness and that moment of listening and reflecting on your stories. But what is also important is to share our stories. And that part is really important because we need, when we are sharing our stories, we're getting that affirmation that, oh, wow, I'm belonging to something. And yes, I am important and my story is important, right? Without looking at all the details of the stories, we know that we are important and we have our place in the society. And also, what I want to share is like celebrate because celebration is something we are forgetting to do. And we are waiting for a special occasion to be celebrating our life. But I'm inviting you to start now, you know. So celebrating the stories is really important and not to wait until it's too late, but really every day. So I think, Randy, you asked me to share also a little bit about how to find what I need to look for, like what I need to write about, or
Sure.
can you tell me?
Yes, if you want to just share a little bit about how do we find our stories from within? I believe because you have these workshops and everything that you share here in Colorado.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, no, I think it's taking the time to really pause and have that moment of silence and look within and find that one word that come to you. So you can try that by yourself. You can do it. Just take a piece of paper, a white piece of paper, and a pencil, which is really important, by the way, for our brain to use pen on paper at least few minutes a day. It's really activating our right side of the brain. And I know people know that it's good for imagination and everything, but it's also really important from for processing our feelings. So a few minutes a day, but I'm inviting you to just take a moment and just close your eyes and be in that stillness for a moment and just write the first word that come to you and put that in on a paper. And when you have that word, we can start playing with it. So I don't know if you want to do it right now. Just close your eyes and I don't know, Randy, let me know if you want to do it right now or
Sure, we can just take a couple minutes and try. Yeah, if anybody can just
yeah.
think of the first word comes to your mind and want to share.
Yeah, just for a moment close your eyes and I love to put my left hand on my belly and my right hand on my heart and just take a moment. Just like put a word that comes to you on the paper. It's like looking inside of your body. Go to an adventure inside, instead of looking out, just look into your body and whatever is coming. Sometimes I have people who are saying, dinner, table, I don't know. So it's not really important. We let go of judgment. And when you have that word, we can start playing with it, which is really interesting. So we put that word on the middle of. Do you want to share? Someone want to share any word? Please.
Okay, I'll share. My first word that came was gratitude, and then
Oh,
my
wow.
second word was dancing. And
Ooh.
I think that for myself, it's like dancing to the rhythm of my own life and being grateful that I can. And I think capturing those happy stories can really help to give inspiration to other people because it really ignites energy. It's an energy that I want to transmit to the world that this is where I'm at. And I thought of healed as well. And, this is where my paradigm is today. And I think it's important to share that because far too often people are in the dark sides and it helps with balance in life.
Yeah. Thank you. And we need more light for sure.
That's for sure, yes. Here's to that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's what we do when we do. So I invite you to, if you have a word, to just put it in the middle of the circle of the gratitude dancing, and then just draw some line, and from there you can add word you want to, like you said, these gratitude dancing, and just add more and more and more
Mhm.
word that come to you with that, and just start connecting between them. So, and I go, it's really just a fun game to start
Yeah,
connecting.
mind mapping.
Yeah,
Do you do this with kids as well? I wanted to ask you a question about that.
I was asked few times to do that with kids. I
Yeah.
was asked, yeah. I'm doing that with women,
Oh,
but I was asked few times to do that with kids as well. So we are
right.
working on something right now for
Like pictures or something like that.
yeah,
Thank you so much.
Love
you're
that.
welcome.
Anybody else want to share? I'll share. I've done
Okay,
this
yeah.
once before with Adele, and but this time was confidence and
Ooh.
the confidence in me And also I have shut out noise. And so the noise is really, the word noise has really been coming up a lot when I've been listening to different podcasts and different people speaking. It's just shutting out the noise and just focus on me and the confidence I have and the non-judgmental, no judgment, and just not judging myself and giving myself grace and be gentle on myself. So I'm just really working on that. And there's a new book I'm reading called Gentle. And I can't remember the lady's name, but it's just amazing. She had MS and now she's in remission from it, but just taking time and be gentle with yourself. Like you said, Odell, about just in Karen, like soccer mom, going everywhere, you know, and not taking that pause of when you need to take care of yourself. So I just love this exercise. Every time I do it, it's like, oh wow. I
It's
love
really important to be aware of our feelings and to process our feeling, because when you are aware of what's going on with you, like when you are asking yourself, how are you doing? Like you are doing with everyone else. Are you asking yourself, how are you doing today? And take that moment. It's changing your life and your relationship with people around you.
Mm.
You know, it's changing everything.
Mhm.
So,
Well, I'll share. I
yes.
with knowing that I'm coming up next, when I did it, it was about serve. You know, that my connection with source, that I can serve and that my words flow so that they provide what somebody needs to hear.
Yeah.
So that was, you know, where it was just, let me serve.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yes, awesome. Thank you so much. Well, yeah, Karen, you are next, and yours is about retirement life, I believe. Is that what I forgot my notes, but excited to hear more because we're in the real estate world here. My husband and I are trying to find our own freedom besides the W-2 and working on that and trying to build our own retirement. So I'm just excited to hear that, Karen.
Well, thank you so much. It is a pleasure, and I am so grateful to get this opportunity to share some of my reasons and things that I feel are important for people to understand. For those that don't know me, my name is Karen Thomas, and I am kind of known as the fail-proof income guru, because even though money's not everything, as we all know, everything costs money. So it's kind of the conundrum that we have to and find a way to have what we need and the security. With the birth of my daughter, about 42 years ago, she was born with spina bifida, and I was working corporate America, and my job decided that they didn't need me. When I came back from maternity leave, 90 days to the letter of the law, I lost my job. So I truly understand the whole overwhelm that happens when you lose your whole security of your job. My husband had gone into business like 3 or 4 months before the baby was to be born, and with that, my job being how she was insured, the stable paycheck, and losing that was immensely overwhelming. We had to sell our house, we had to go live with people. So I understand the total levels that people are experiencing today and the overwhelm of how to navigate the economy, how to navigate the retirement, how to navigate now pushing 70. I never thought about retirement because I love working. I always knew I would contribute all the way till God takes me out of here. But in the last 42 years, my daughter turns 43 this year, I have become an expert at finding ways to make money. We all need multiple streams of income because every financially billionaire, millionaire, financially a successful person has more than one income. Because when one thing fails or one thing goes over, and we know look at COVID, where it wiped out entire industries for years. And even now, coming back, some of them didn't make it. A lot of them didn't make it. So having a way to always be able to make money, in that 42 years, I've sold over $1 million in products. I've built businesses, lost businesses. I've been the gamut. But the biggest thing I know is that a better life is always a choice. So connecting with me is easy. Just go to abetterlifeisachoice.com, because I hook you up with opportunities that at any age you can do. There's no tech, there's no talking. People don't want to sell anything. I'm about the little person who's not got a degree or not good at the gift of gab, or who doesn't connect well with people or doesn't explain things well. Because Lord, my communication skills, I have the gift of diarrhea of the mouth. Don't have the gift of totally speaking with intent until I went and learned it. And I got a mentor that absolutely blows it out of the water with teaching intentful communication. So what I bring is opportunities that will take the stress out of how do you make money all through your life. Because Randy Joe, it's not just about finding that way to retire. Because do we ever really retire? Who built retirement? Where in whatever holy book do they talk about retirement? I think it was Michelangelo who did the Sistine Chapel, and he was in his 80s. There is no retirement, guys. We just change the mode of what we do. And so having a way to make an income, because we don't know what the economy is going to be when we get there. We don't know how much money we need. And existing on today's retirement or Social Security or whatever from whatever job, if you get one, if you've been blessed to have a job that even gives you any kind of residual after you leave. A lot of people don't have that. They're barely able to make ends meet day to day. So abetterlifeisachoice.com. Visit me. I have a question and answer link. I lock arms with those that are wanting to figure out now money, residual income, and all about not having to stress or learn to have to sell something, have to be something you're not until you get there. Because Lord, when you start making money, you start learning how to share it. It becomes a natural thing. So I am now sharing all of my ups and downs, my failures, and my expertise, and finding ways to make all the extra income with what you have, where you're going, and making it a part of your life.
Love it. Thank you, Karen. Yes. I'm
I kept
excited
it
to
I
go
was
to your
trying to keep
website.
it within the 5 minutes, so I didn't know if
Oh,
I
no,
had
you're
more
good.
than that.
Yes,
So
I think we have some questions too. And as always, like you said, with the retirement, no one does retire. But I think it is, it's just a new chapter that we're going into. Yeah, and just trying to find that financial freedom and not have
not
to worry about
stressing,
it.
because none of us know what it's like to be a millionaire.
Mm-mm.
And that is the hardest thing for people when they're trying to create their retirement and create what they want their senior life, or that senior, I hate the word senior, that freedom years, the freedom years when you don't have kids, you're not got the job, so to speak. What are you going to do in your freedom years? Well, I want to work a little and play a lot. So I want to teach other people how to work a little and play a lot. So if that's
Love it.
interesting to you, come along with me at abetterlifeisachoice.com. But it's about changing modalities. Our bodies cannot work hard. We can't work steady all through the years, because at some point we have to start using what's up here and sharing. That's what elders were. That's the job of old people, guys. The jobs of old people was to counsel the young, to give them the wealth of what they've learned in their lifetime, because their bodies can't do what the young people can do anymore. So
True. Very true. Yes. Awesome. Thank you. Anybody have any questions?
I have a question for you, Karen. I was going to say to you, with everything being so technologically inclined nowadays, and going from the, like, we're baby boomers, right, to the next generations. And I was thinking, like, they used to have the 40-year plan. You get into a job and you stay there for 80 years, and then you so-called retire. But nowadays, with technology and everything, so much has been replaced, and those 40-year jobs are no longer there. So my question to you is, for the next generation to come, I'm just thinking of the next generation to us, the ones that are, you know, understanding more the fast food industry, the fast this, that, and whatnot. Even with AI, what are the opportunities, and are people going to be replaced with AI, or are there going to be more opportunities?
There's always opportunities. You just have to be open to them. The thing is a year ago, everything I was doing trying to build online really wasn't working. I just was not getting the money so that I could stay here with my mom. I'm helping my mom, who'll be 93 this year, through her last season. And I need to be here in the house. I need to work from my house, and nothing was working. So I had a conversation. I got that quiet time. I spent those moments being quiet, saying, okay, source, God, whatever you want to call that, higher power, what I'm doing is not working. I know this is where you want me. You show me, connect me to the opportunities. And I started looking and opening up my eyes and not being stuck with how it had to look that I created. I said, I can't create it. I don't have the hammer, the nails to create it anymore. I don't have the energy. Well, I have lots of energy, but I don't have the whole depth of perseverance anymore. I want it to flow. And the only way it flows is to be connected to the opportunities that source gives you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when Lise talks about being with nature and stuff. Those are when those ideas came. What do you think Jeff Bezos had the idea to sit in his garage and start mailing books and doing books? And look at Bill Gates. He started in his garage building a computer. He had the idea. He wasn't just gifted billions.
Mm-hmm.
The ideas, the opportunities come when you open yourself up to saying, what is there for me to do? How can I serve? What can I build that's of value? What can I bring that is of value? And there is always opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
It's just whether you want to be in front of a camera, not be in front of a camera. There's lots and lots of opportunities. And that's why I lock arms with people, with finding which ones will work for them, because the ones that are working for me will work for them. But there's other ones that might be better attuned to who they want to be.
Mm-hmm.
But the vastness of everything in this universe and in nature shows us the vastness of opportunities out there to make anything a stream of income. Anything.
Mm-hmm. Fabulous. Thank you for responding to me. And I think with the younger generation, not to fear technology, not engage in it, engage with
Absolutely.
the transformation of the times that we're in, and think about, instead of thinking about having a job, job, just over broke is what that means, right?
Right.
Because you're making money for someone else. And to switch the paradigm and realize that you can make your millions while you're still young, and you don't have to work 40 years to get it either. We just continuously evolve and transform and be open to the opportunities of technology or whatever it is, and
Absolutely.
incorporate it with your passion.
But you have to up level yourself. The
Yeah, we
person
all
you
do.
are
Yeah.
today created where you are today. If you want a better tomorrow, then you have to take action to and up your skills, up your development and self-development. The more you invest in self-development, the more
Yep.
it expands in every area of your life, from financial to health to wealth to joy. Self-development is the magic to a better life.
You said it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's
That's
why
awesome.
I love what you're bringing here, because this is about spreading that news of that we have to take moments, we have to be quiet, we have to rewrite the story of
Mhm.
what we're doing. We have to take the old and put it behind us and say, that's the old story. I'm writing the new story.
Yes.
And and it's okay to do so, right? And it's
Yes.
okay to start over. And that's the
Yes.
hard part. Sometimes getting that mind shift, it's like, hey, it's okay to start over. That didn't work. Edison, how long take to make a light bulb, right? It's like it took
1,000 times.
thousands
Yeah.
of times.
Mhm.
And it's okay.
Mhm.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Karen, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank
I
you
thank you for letting me.
all today. I was excited. This is
Yes.
great.
Fantastic. And just to let you know that we have a newsletter coming out with this. We have, like, after this is all completed, we'll complete the little podcast piece that we get done. And also, we do have the digital magazine. So check us out on Facebook. We have a channel there and YouTube channel. And I just want to hand it out to my counterpart, Randy Joe, for always being here and for our partnership, because you never know who can make a difference in your life. And with your presentations today, ladies, I'm sure you will impact so many people out there, inspire them to tell their stories and to find opportunities, possibly with Karen and the other Karen as well, to find the solutions in the pause. And with that, I thank you all for
Thank you.
coming out today.
And we also want if you know of any other speakers that would like to join us, please send them our way. And we'll have our website too to go register as speakers. So we're excited to have you. Thank you so much. And
Thank
thanks,
you for
Lise.
letting us be here.
You
All
bet.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And is going to sing to us.
There's a spark of fire in our hearts, a calling to heal where the journey starts. Mind, body, spirit together as one, a revolution rising like the morning sun. We've been searching for balance, seeking the light. Now we're stepping forward, ready to ignite. With every small change, the world moving new. Together we'll thrive, it begins with you. Join the wellness revolution, let's rise to.
Oh, sorry. Did I do that? I accidentally hit something else. Sorry.
There's a spark of fire in our hearts, a calling to heal where the journey starts. Mind, body, spirit together as one, a revolution rising like the morning sun. We've been searching for balance, seeking the light. Now we're stepping forward, ready to ignite. With every small change, the world moving new. Together we'll thrive, it begins with you. Join the wellness revolution, let's rise today. Breaking the barriers, lighting the way. With resilience and love, we'll build something new. The wellness revolution starts with you. Every breath, every step brings us closer still to a life that's aligned with purpose and will. From stress to strength, from chaos to peace. In this revolution, our wellness will increase. We're grounded in science, guided by care, creating a vision that we all can share. It's a holistic journey, a path to renew. Together we'll rise, it begins with joy. The wellness revolution, let's rise today. Breaking the barriers, lighting the way. With resilience and love, we'll build something new. The wellness revolution starts with you. Every breath, every step brings us closer still to a life that's aligned with purpose and will. From stress to strength, from chaos to peace. In this revolution, our wellness will increase. We're grounded in science, guided by care, creating a vision that we all can share. It's a holistic journey, a path to renew. Together we'll rise, it begins with you. Wellness revolution, Let's rise today, breaking the barriers, lighting the way. With resilience and love, we'll build something new. The wellness revolution starts with you. Oh, the power of change is in your hands. Together we'll heal, together we'll stand. This is our time, this is our call. To rise above and give our all, or give our all. So take the first step, let your journey begin. With every small choice, a new life within. The wellness revolution is calling your name. Together we'll rise and never be the same. Let me know if you'd like to add any suggestions or adjust any of the lyrics.
Thank you, everyone. See you next time.